Welcome back, all you beautiful people. You may be one of those beautiful people who purchased an iPhone 12, and luckily for you, I also purchased one. Now, here are the first 12 things I would 100% recommend you to do as soon as you pick this phone up. Now, some of these things may be kind of obvious, but I'll definitely tell you, you will not understand, especially on my second channel, how many videos I've done about things and how to protect your iPhone as soon as you buy it, how to save a bunch of storage, and all those different things. Now, first of all, depending on which iPhone you have, you may not even care about storage, you may not care about anything, but I will 100% tell you, you never know what's going to happen to your iPhone. And this sounds like I'm about to say a sponsorship or something like that. Not the case at all. You never know when your phone is going to break or whatever. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to protect yourself ahead of time. And I will probably tell you the first out of the 12 things that I would tell you guys to do is, first of all, install Google Photos. So what Google Photos is pretty much it's just an app that'll pretty much back up all your photos and apps and everything straight into the photo itself, into the app. So basically, if you type in Google, it's this app right here, and it just backs up all your photos into the app itself. So you don't have to even rely on iCloud storage either, which we'll get into in a second. But this app, you basically just download it, you search it just like this, and it may seem like a random thing, like why would you put this? It's not even a feature of the iPhone 12, but it is something it's one of the first things I would 100% recommend everyone to do. As you can see, I'm doing it, it's super easy, it doesn't take too much time. It's one of the greatest apps in the world, it backs up everything, and this is one of the reasons why I would recommend everyone to even watch this video. Install this, back up all your photos inside of it, and pretty much move on from there, because in case something does happen to your phone, at least you'll have those initial backups, and every time you open the app, it'll go ahead and back up all your photos you have. So not a sponsorship, Google didn't pay me to say that, but that is something I would 100% recommend you guys to do. Now, at the same time, if you went ahead and did that, the second thing I would tell you guys to do is you make your way over to your settings app. You want to click on your name right here, which is right there. You want to click on iCloud storage, which is right here, and then you'll see this little photos icon. Now, what you want to do in this case is click on it, and you want to turn off iCloud photos if you're in the case if you don't need it, if you did what I did. Now, if you didn't do what I did, then obviously you might want to just leave this on, but they only give you 5 gigabytes of storage here versus you have unlimited storage on Google Photos. So like I said before, that's one reason why I would highly recommend everyone to turn off iCloud Photo Sync, and that's the way you do it. You go into settings, you click your name, click on iCloud, click on Photos, and then click on there, and then you're pretty much done. That is the second thing, and probably one of the more important things also of what I will tell you to do. Now, if you just pick up your iPhone 12, you may see that if you didn't pick it up on day one, you may see that maybe there's an update on your device and your iPhone keeps prompting you to update your device, or you may hear about it or see about it. You don't want to be on an outdated version of software on your brand new phone. So if you just picked it up today or the day it launched, then it probably doesn't matter. But what you want to do, this third thing I will tell you, is you want to make your way back into the settings app. You want to go into general right here. You want to click on software update, which is right here. And I would highly recommend you guys to see if there is an update out for your iPhone 12. Now, like I said, chances are, the iPhone 12 is a brand new phone. If you got it the same day it came out or whatever, then there's probably not an update yet. But if you're watching this days or weeks or months later from you uploading this video, you want to make sure your phone is updated to the latest possible version. If you come into your panel and it looks like this, then you're pretty much set. But if it says, oh, download and install this update, then you're probably better off updating to that specific update so you can have those specific new features and everything like that. So that's the third thing I would recommend you guys to do. Now, the fourth thing, which is kind of more pertinent to the iPhone 12 series, luckily for you guys, the iPhone 12, all of them have OLED displays from the iPhone 12 mini to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So what this means is that all the black pixels are pretty much off. There's no, pixels that are on if they're black or totally dark. So what you can do is use this to your advantage, and you can put on a dark wallpaper to save even more battery life. So Apple, I don't know if they have any built into their specific thing. I'll go ahead and take a look at it right now. But if not, you can download a bunch of them online, and there are so many to choose from. So if we go ahead and go to stills, as you can see, there's a couple of dark, even this one, which is just completely dark. We can go ahead and set this to both, and you'll see that it actually, will save a little bit of battery life. Now, if you want a little bit more flavor, obviously you can choose a different one they have, or you can download your own online too. Even this type of wallpaper will save up a little bit of battery life. So the darker the wallpaper, the better it is for your battery life. And so if you want this one, if you want, I guess, the other one or whatever, you can go ahead and choose that, which is really, really cool. And that's also one of my favorite things about the specific version version of phones because they all have OLED displays. So again, that is about the third thing I would recommend everyone to do is put on some sort of dark wallpaper on your device. You can save a bunch of battery life that way since all the iPhone 12s have OLED displays, which is really, really awesome. Now, the fifth thing I would do is within the settings app itself. Now, with these new cameras, as most of you guys may know, sometimes there is an issue when you go and take a photo. It takes a little bit longer to take a photo, especially on these newer iPhones. And if you want to prioritize the faster shooting over the better quality, there's a way to do this. You want to go ahead and make your way into your settings app. You want to go back into the beginning, obviously, if you're already here. Once you're here, you want to scroll down into camera, which is right all the way down here somewhere. So all the way down here, you want to go and click on it, and you'll see this little option called prioritize faster shooting. Now, in some cases, it may be off, but you want to make sure this is on. And what this does, like I stated, is if you're in a darker environment, or if you're in a place where your photo may be a little bit iffy quality, your phone won't take a long time to take those photos. I've seen before that it takes a long time. In this case, as soon as you go ahead and take a photo of anything in this case, it'll go ahead and take it as fast as possible. As you can see, if I didn't have that on, it would take a much longer. In this case, not the case, which is really cool. So the next thing I would do is, as most of you guys already know, and maybe some of you guys don't know, with any iPhone 12 right now, you're automatically already updated to iOS 14. You can actually add widgets and have access to the library straight from this phone. So in order to add widgets, as I showcased before, you want to be on your front panel, you want to swipe to the left, which is right here, and you'll see a bunch of different widgets right here. Now, widgets are basically these type of things that give you extra content. I'm sure most of you guys know what widgets are. You have battery widgets, you have things that can show you the stock market, and these aren't even all the widgets. Third-party apps are making a bunch of widgets too. But if you scroll all the way down and you click edit, you'll see that you have this plus button up here. You can go and click on it. And you'll have a bunch of different widgets available here. So let's say we wanted to add this clock widget to our home screen. We can go and click on it. We can go and click add a widget, and we can change the size of it too. And we can go and drag it from here and bring it to our front panel or bring it to wherever else we want to. So I'll go ahead and drag this to basically right here, and you'll see that we now have the widget right there. Now it'll dynamically change up all these apps around it too, which is really cool. Now on top of that, if you scroll all the way to the right, you have this new app library, which is really awesome. And this just showcases and breaks down all your apps here. So you can go and swipe down and see all your apps right here too. And that's something that's really awesome. And pretty much you can also hide a bunch of these apps here on your main screen. So if you want to go ahead and drag this, we can click add to or edit home screen right here. And we can go ahead and click, this minus button, and it'll go ahead and say move to app library. So we can go and click it. It didn't delete it from our phone. It just deleted it from this page. So we can actually go back into our app library and find that specific app right here, Keynote, which is right there. So that's another really awesome thing that you have the ability of doing on your iPhone 12. And that's all just one thing that I stated. Now, another thing I would tell you guys to do, and I forgot what number this is, but that's turning on the dark mode or turning on light mode or turning on the automatic switching between dark mode and light mode. So if you go into your settings, if you scroll down, you'll see this option called display and brightness. You want to go and click it. Now you have the ability of turning on light mode, which we have right now. You can turn on dark mode, which is this one, or you can turn it on to automatic mode. And what this does is you can go and set the options of, dark until sunrise, dark until whatever. You can go and change it from there, which is really cool. Now, some people may like light mode. I kind of like the light mode sometimes. So that's a really cool thing that we have the ability of doing here, which is really awesome. So that's the case and how to do it there. Now, another thing I would recommend telling you guys to do is turning off race to wake. Now, if you use it, then keep it. But if you don't like it, it can actually save some battery if you disable it. So in order to do it, basically if you pick up your phone, it turns on. If you want to disable it, what you want to do is you want to go back into settings. You want to go back into display and brightness, which is right here. And you'll see at the very bottom it says race to wake. Now, like I said, some people may like it, some people may not. I personally don't like it on my main device, but sometimes on these review devices, I don't really care. But that's a great way of saving battery life on a phone that actually has a smaller battery from its predecessor. So that's another thing I would recommend to people to do. And in the same place, there's a little option right here called True Tone. Now, if you sped through your little initial unboxing and initial, setup of your iPhone, you may actually have forgotten to enable this. So True Tone basically makes the display look so much better, in my opinion. It makes it so much more warmer and just makes it look more like paper in real life, which is awesome. Now, enabling it, this is it disabled. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell over the camera, but it definitely warmed the display a lot more. And that's another thing I would recommend a lot of people to do. Maybe some people like it, by having it off, but I would definitely tell you guys to disable that but I would definitely tell you guys to enable that if you haven't already. Now, another thing I would tell you guys to do, and I don't know who does this, who likes automatic brightness, but I would recommend you guys to turn that off too. I don't like it. I don't know if you guys do, but this is something I always do. One of the first things anytime I buy an iPhone, this is the first thing I disable for sure. And in order to disable this, what you want to do is you want to make your way to your settings app. You want to scroll down into display and text size, which is right here. You want to scroll down until you see auto brightness, and you just want to disable that. That is one of the more, I don't know who likes automatic brightness. Like I stated, I disable that every single time. And basically, if you're in the sunlight, it'll go higher. If you're in, the room, it'll go lower. It sounds good in theory, but I personally don't like it, and I don't really, if you like it, then keep it, but I personally don't like it, and I disable it every single time I have a phone. Now, this next thing is an iOS 14 exclusive that also supports with the iPhone 12, which is awesome, any iPhone 12, and that is hiding your hidden photo gallery in the, Photos app. So if you hide a photo, people can still see it, but this time it actually hides it. And in order to do it, what you want to do is you want to go into your settings app, you want to click on Photos, which is all the way down here, right above the camera app. You want to go and click on it, and you'll see hidden album. Now you want to go ahead and says when enabled, the hidden album will appear in the whatever. You want to go ahead and disable this. Now this will basically make it so the hidden folder inside the Photos app is not there anymore. Now if you want to see it again, you go ahead and enable this, but for majority of people, keeping that off is probably one of my favorite things that I do, and I always recommend people to turn it off. That happened on iOS 14 and the iPhone 12 without any updates or anything. Natively supports it, which is really awesome. Now, the last thing I want to hit on is something that I'm sure a lot of you guys know. It's actually two things. First of all, you should probably make backups on your phone even as soon as you buy it. I would recommend making some sort of backups on your computer, make sure you have enough storage on your computer and all that stuff. That's the first thing I would recommend doing. But also another thing is customizing the control center. I know that has nothing to do with each other. But what you want to do is make your way over to the settings app. You want to scroll down into control center, which is right up here, right under general. You want to go ahead and you'll basically see a bunch of different things that are enabled here. Now what the control center is, basically if we swipe down from the top right, you'll see a bunch of these toggles right here. And what you can do is customize them. So if you want to add a screen recording or a wallet or a stopwatch or notes or whatever, you can go ahead and add tons of different control center toggles here. Swipe down from there and you'll see that these are added. So that's another thing I would recommend people to go through, kind of watch these and see which ones you like and kind of move on from there. So that's really pretty much it, you guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it'd mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly, everything else. I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.